today. It's a quiet day today, very peaceful, or at least I think it is. I thought we would do some baking today. We're going to make dairy milk chocolate cookies, one of my favourites. As you can probably tell, I'm a chunky girl. We like chopping knife. Hello, John. We're making cookies from the Christmas treats. Good morning, another space note. We're having a different day today. Cookies, yay! Or, well, I know the Americans call them cookies, but we call them biscuits. Oh, Connor. Sorry, John. My mistake. I was reading your avatar. My apologies. So, triple chocolate chip cookies with Monty. You can't possibly want to go out in this weather. No, get over yourself. Always been a pain. I've had 2 customers let me down today, so I thought, sod it. I will go upstairs and I will make biscuits instead. We need 300 grams of dark chocolate. No and no again. No to dark chocolate. We want milk chocolate. We want dairy milk. We want 55 grams of unsalted butter, 2 large eggs, 140 grams of caster sugar, a half teaspoon of vanilla extract, 3 tablespoons of plain flour, a quarter teaspoon of baking powder, and we don't like nuts, so we're not putting nuts in it. But we do like space nut. We just don't like walnuts. Makes 24 biscuits, so yum yum. Right then. I'm preheating the oven to 180 degrees or 350 degrees Fahrenheit or gas mark 4. It depends what you're using. Right, we're going to chop up some chocolate first. It's a while since I've made these, so I was just reading the instructions to make sure I don't cock it up. We need greaseproof paper. Right, that's one tray. I'll stop being so cheap and I will buy proper silicone baking sheets. But today is not that day. Right. Chopping board. That's what we need. What we need is a little bit of room on this table. And I need to set you back a little bit so you can see me, because otherwise I'm too close. You can't tell if it's me or not. So I need 200 grams of this chopping up. So, I'm just going to chop up the chocolate, like you do. We don't want it too chocolatey, because that'll make it taste a bit bleh. You just want it looking like it's got chocolate in it, but not actually a giant bar of chocolate, if you like. Not my husband be surprised when he comes home. Oh, what are you having today, Space Nut? Anything good? It's like Farmhouse Kitchen, this, isn't it? It feels like it. It's absolutely freezing outside. Monty, the lunatic that he is, wants to go outside to play. And I'm like, mate, you're not going out in this. I always think that. Jacket potato. Oh, now, are they nice and crispy? Have you got some luxurious toppings on them? I like a luxurious topping. Now it's freezing outside. It's snowing and raining, so we call that sleet, don't we? Well, we've got plenty of that going on. Don't worry, everyone. I've washed my hands thoroughly before doing this. In fact, I've had one of those days where I've got on with my own washing, my own vacuuming up. I've even cleaned out the filters on the Shark, which is my favourite vacuum cleaner that I've ever owned. And I've had Dysons, Hoovers, Vax, you name it, but the Shark, I don't know, because it's sharky. I don't know. But I love a shark. Just spaghetti in tomato sauce to top it. Nothing fancy today. Well, that sounds pretty bloody fancy. Right, when I've done this lot, this will be all that we need. Do you know what I forgot? Cocoa powder. We need a haunting touch of cocoa powder. There we go. Hello, GT. We're baking biscuits. The Americans call them cookies, but we're having dairy milk. Oh, yum, yum, yum in my time. Obviously, my daughter's been to Australia. Why is it she opens up packets upside down every time? I will never know. We have sunshine. Hang on a minute. I'm just going to let the Montes out. Well, I would do if it was here. No. It probably won't last that long. So I've let him go running off upstairs. Right, the first thing we're measuring out is the sugar. And we want 140 grams of caster sugar. That's not the brown one, that's the white one. Now, top tip for you. If you're a baker like me and you use a lot, there's no point having these fancy jars. Get yourself a Ziploc bag. These things tend to spill, right? If they're in a Ziploc bag, they're not going to go all over your counter or all over your cupboards, which is bloody annoying. There we go, 140 grams. Joy Life, how are you doing, Joy Life? We're baking cookies. We're doing Christmas. Starting making biscuits. I know, are you excited as I am? Eggs, sugar, and vanilla extract. So we want some vanilla extract now. Right, you got your measuring cup, right? Right, any more, you'll be hallucinating. Believe it or not, if you drink enough vanilla extract, you can be a very happy person indeed, and probably smell fragrant for weeks. There we are. Also, it's not very good for your tummy. So not too much of it. All right. Yeah, I know. You didn't think that I would be baking, but I am. Now, top tip. Don't put your eggs directly into anything without cracking them and checking them first. If they're rotten, you can throw the egg away. You don't want to be throwing away all your other ingredients, okay? Well, so far so good. And your second egg is very good too. All right, there we go. I love this time of year. It makes me feel glad to be alive. I'm also one of these chefy ones that likes to keep up and clean as she goes along. I'm not, and never have been, a messy cook. I can't handle it. If I'm a messy cook, I've done something very wrong and I am as distressed as the next person. Oh, you enjoy life. Aren't you the little get-goers? Oh, bless you. I'm very old-fashioned. I like to do things. Right, hang on. If I hold you over this, it might be a bit easier. I won't end up there on the floor then. Right. Oop. Sorry, everyone. Can you see it? Aerial shot. I will get this right. It's because I'm not working with a tripod or anything. Right, that is your eggs, your vanilla, and your sugar. And we're going to mix them all together with a whisk. We'll whisk this until it makes ribbons. I'll show you what ribbons are. I'm not referring to the material. No, we need ribbons of fluff. Well and truly mixed together. Happiness is usually the bottom of the laundry basket, but not today. Today, happiness is brought to you by cookies. So, how is everyone today? I hope you stay nice and warm. It makes my heart happy to bring you all something nice. I'll have to learn how to post them out to people. I could have done this with an electric whisk, but you'd never have heard me. And it's just as easy to do it by hand as my granny would have done back in the day. This is a replica of her mixing bowl by Mason Cash. Hers accidentally my husband accidentally broke it, and he felt awesomely bad. So he spent a while finding me this replica by Mason Cash. Amazingly, Mason Cash still do the earthenware, creamware mixing bowl, and I do all my baking in this bowl. And I adored my grandmother. She was a wonderful woman. Very economical. Thank you very much. As I say, it's a replica. The other one was from the 1930s. So it'd been with us a while, but also it was worn. So maybe it was just time. Maybe God was saying, Fairy, it's time for a new bowl. We're getting a nice mixture together here. I've just got to keep going for a couple of minutes, and when it's nice and fluffy, it'll take on an amber looking colour. Very nice. If my husband's watching this show, obviously he's going to know what he's getting when he gets on, but let's pretend that he's not on, so he doesn't know. So it's a nice surprise. Starting to get nice and fluffy. Starting to get the way I want it. Right, it'll take me another couple of minutes. And I keep having to rest my arm. Why whisks are a really good idea. Electric one's even better. But like I say, you won't be able to hear me. So how is everybody's day? Are you all awesome? I think we might have a few days of baking like this, eh? Would you like that? See what other things we can rustle up for Christmas. And we're not a fancy baking show. This is like a real baking show. This is how it'd be if you're in kitchen with your mother. Or your grandmother, for that matter. We don't do airs and graces round here. And we ain't fancy. But what we are is proper good. And we make real food, not this fancy stuff. Another minute or so will be perfect, and then I'll show you what I mean. Right, did you see that? Right, that is aerated and perfect. Can you see? Hang on. God, if I ever get this camera right, do forgive me. I'll turn you around. It might be bloody easier. There. That, my darlings, is the consistency we're looking for. Plenty of airs. You know, like egg holes. Like, it's whipped, man. That is whipped. Okay? And yes, we've got stuff all around. You're fat on potato. I doubt you are fat. I've seen more fat on a chip. Now, the next thing we need, sift the flour and the baking powder into a bowl. We want I am remembering. Right, this is where you need your whisk. A whisk. This is a sieve, but this is the whisk I was prepared to take. So there you go. Three tablespoons of plain flour. Again, top tip, if you do a lot of baking like I do, just remember to put it in a placky bag. Right, you can have all your fancy containers. We don't do fancy in this house, we do practical. Right. 1, 2, 3. Right. I'll be a while getting in this because I'm decrepitly old flipping fingers, and this is unfair, uncalled for. Yeah. You know what? This afternoon, my loves, we might, just might, watch a movie on the telly. I don't have the strength. My old bloody fingers. will say the magic words. Ta-da! I just went over there to curse really quietly. I won't get the sodding lid off. Oh, yes. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Mm-hmm. 1/4, right? So we'll just want 1/4 teaspoon baking powder. Too much of this stuff, you'll end up with Frankenstein style biscuits. Violet Beauregard. I think that's the character you're referring to. I just needed to go over there and curse quietly by the sink because I couldn't get into it. My arthritic laddie fingers. Now, this is good stuff. But my daughter, like I say, it's my youngest. It's not my eldest, it's my youngest. Every time she opens up a packaging, it don't matter where or how or what, it's always upside down. And she always leaves it inside out. Yet, we love her, don't we? Yes, we do. A nice generous spoon of chocolate chip. We'll pop that in a little bag. Now what we'll do is we will gently sift all this through. That is lovely. We don't want lumpy powder. Oh, if you could smell my kitchen right now, it does smell rather delicious. Right, there we go. And we are going to stir all this together. And it's going to be lovely. All right. So there we go. If I turn it this way around and I hold on to it, at least I can keep an eye on it. This makes my heart happy. The amount of times I've done baking with my children over the years. And I'd like to think I've been one of those type of mums that's always sort of been there. You know, while we've been stirring, we've been talking, keeping your connection with your kids. It's important. They always need to know that you're on their side. Right, no matter what they're going through, you are always there. You're their number one cheerleader, right? You're the one that wants the very best for them, no matter what. It's all part and parcel of being parents, even when they can't see it. You'll have rebellious teenagers. You will. It's a given. And they'll go into the 20s and they'll be like that. But when they start being a little bit too vocal about the error of your ways, sometimes you just have to remind them that you appreciate their opinions. Have you noticed I didn't put any butter in this? You don't need to. You can if you're putting in melted chocolate, but we're not putting melted chocolate in. Right. The consistency is this. There. You see? Now, isn't that glossy and beautiful, my darlings? That, very nice. Yeah, there we go. That's the consistency that we were looking for. Beautiful. Now, flip it back round. Look at glamorous me. Right. Take the milk jug and we'll pop that over there. And we'll pop these over in the sink as well. We'll need this later. Now, we are putting in right. Okay. There we go. What is that? Not sure. And then we're going to stir this with the chocolate in, like so. Okay, got the chalky bits in. There. The right consistency, the right everything. They're going to be beautiful. Okay. This makes my heart happy to do this. I hope you all give this a go. You can do this with any chocolate as well. Any chocolate you like. I mean, after all, you're the one that's eating them. So you might as well have the fillings and toppings that you want. More than anything in the universe. That's what it's all about, right? Is that commando, baby? Now, they do say you'll get 24 biscuits out of this. And I always say, we'll see. I like to try to spread them out a little bit, because otherwise they'll crowd each other, and that won't be good. Don't want too much mixture. Right. Got a bit of a splodge there. Not to worry. Sometimes these things happen. That was good. Wash my hands. Right, that's a few. These are going to get really big. So now I'm going to go put them in the oven for 10 minutes. wash my hands. Oh, we lost signal. Hang on.